What up, guys? My name is Guru. I'm a multi-rank 1 player in Overwatch. I've recently placed 3rd in the most recent Marvel Rivals tournament. Placed 4th in the last one. Kind of unlucky, but we're moving up. I currently am rank, I don't know, a 150 or something on the current ladder. But I peaked rank 2 last playtest. So that's a little bit about me. Just a high-rank gamer. And I'm making this tier list to try to help whoever needs it. Tier list is going to be for more of the casual players. Not casual, but like maybe lower rank. And maybe I'll talk about top 500 eternity rank a bit as well. But I think most people at that rank kind of know what to play at that point. So I'm going to just appeal to people who are just hopping into comp, or maybe they're ranking up and maybe they're plateauing, or maybe they're losing a lot of games and they're looking for something new to play. That's basically what I'm going for here. I already have Hawkeye and S. I guess that's fine. Hawkeye's just one of the only one-shots in the game. That's, you know, he shoots logs. He shoots logs bigger than Hanzo, pretty much, from Overwatch. And it doesn't take too much skill, I don't think. You can kind of just spam, and maybe you get a pick, and that's why at higher rank, he's pretty much banned every single game. Most people are just so afraid of playing against this character. I don't think he's that big of a deal. I feel like I can usually shut him down pretty well as a tank player, but I get it as like a support or a DPS. Like, you just don't want to risk the gamble just getting one shot. Same with Hela. Like, you know, she's banned every game, but I kind of just am able to shut her down on the characters that I play. But I totally get it. Hela is one of those characters that can just off angle and spam, and it's just her projectiles are so quick. It's instant. It's instant. And you could be there 1 second, and then the next second you're just dead, you know? So most people are putting Hela in S tier. I am pretty much banning Adam Warlock and Hulk every single game that I get the opportunity to, because of the team ups. So the team ups for these two characters are just so insane. Having Adam Warlock on your team allows Mantis to self-res, allows Star-Lord to self-res, and allows him to he gets self-res anyway. And that is just not okay. That's essentially just 3 extra players on your team compared to not having Adam Warlock. So I put him in, for the average player, he's probably going to be an A. His ult is really insane. He just AoE res everybody on your team. His Soul Link or Soul Bond is really good as well. If someone's way out of position on your team, you can just pop that real quick and keep them up. Oh, dude, I've been playing against so many Black Panthers. And at high rank, bro, if you're good with him, he is truly unkillable. Like, he'll just be in your backline, terrorizing everybody, one-shotting your supports, and he's just impossible to track because he's just dashing back and forth. Yeah, he's truly a menace. He can get countered easy, right? By characters that other people seem to think are not that good. And I'm the type of player, I'm just counterpicking. I played Overwatch long enough, I'm always just counterpicking. So if I have my backline just getting dove over and over and over, I'm going to pick something that's going to help them survive. Let's throw out another support. Dude. Okay, Jeff is he can be so troll, and he can be like so frustrating to have on your team and frustrating to play against, and overall is just like a frustrating experience just because of his ult. But you can make some crazy plays with Jeff. I think he's like the highest support damage, or maybe the second highest, I'm not sure. He does do quite a bit of damage. He does pretty nice healing. His ult is pretty good. You can make plays with it, but most people don't like his ult because it's not a AoE healing like Mantis or Luna. You know, they're just easier, higher value picks. So that's why people don't really like Shark. It's hit or miss. It truly is. Sometimes you just have a Shark and he's just AFK. I'm putting him in B tier. I think he's niche, but not super niche. I'm going to put my guy Doctor Strange in S tier, so that none of these tiers or none of the characters in the tiers are in a specific order. I'm just putting them in there. But Strange is okay. Actually, I'm gonna put him at number 1. I think if I had to choose a character to be the best character in the game, it would be Strange. Like if I had to recommend a character for somebody to climb with, it would be Strange. His E is really good. His ult is insane. His teleport is nothing is like it in the game. It's great for getting your team back to a point or starting off the game by rotating your team to a good spot. I do have a Strange guide coming out soon. I'm working on it. Promise. It'll be on this YouTube. Burst is really, really good in this game. So characters that do a lot of damage really quick are going to be higher up. Probably. Because there's so much healing in this game. In Marvel Rivals, you're pretty much either full health or you're 0 health. You're either one health or 0. That's basically how it goes. So Burst is good. And Strange is one of the characters that can burst through Luna or Mantis ult. If somebody steps out of their ult, then you can pretty much kill somebody in the blink of an eye. That's my guy. Love Strange. I'm just going to get these 2 characters out of the way. Luna and Mantis. Talk about Luna. Has a CC, has piercing, healing, and the best support ult in the game. It lasts 12 seconds of pretty much pure immunity. The only thing that can kill through it really is one-shots or like combo ults such as Groot and Moon Knight. A good combo. Moon Knight's ult does a lot of damage. It can kill through these 2 ults. But everything else, like, you're probably not killing Luna for 12 seconds. And then we go over to our other support, who is Mantis, who has pretty much the same ult. 8 more seconds, 10 more seconds, whatever, of just immunity. You can pretty much band-aid fix a lot of your team's mistakes with these 2 characters. Loki is I'm going to put him in A. He's a higher skill ceiling character. Like, you can be super, super good with him, and I don't think anyone is even close to mastering him yet. Very cool character. There's a lot of clone spots. Like, you can put clones on the skybox. You can put clones, like, in the most random places and just cover those angles. There's a lot of knowledge with this character. Also, there's, like, I guess it's a bug, or maybe it's in the game. I don't know, or it's supposed to be in the game. But you can copy Luna, for example, and wait out 14 out of the 15 seconds of Loki's ult, and then you can pop Luna's ult, and then the duration is extended. So it's basically you're using your copy for 30 seconds when it's supposed to only be 15. So that's just a little Loki tech. Oh yeah, and his invulnerability, that's a great way to live through a lot of abilities in this game. Groot is an A tier, maybe. I think I'll stick with A tier for now. Character. His walls are the most damage in the game. Like, if you have 3 walls going, like, it kills faster than anything else, pretty much, besides one-shots, obviously. An example real quick. And obviously this is in training range, whatever. But his walls, you can cut off healing, which is very underrated. How's this one not going? Very, very underrated, and a lot of people aren't good at doing it yet. And this is only 3 walls, right? That's AoE. That's crazy. I don't really use Groot's team up as much. With the shark and the rockets. Those characters, not so good. I really don't like Rocket. Don't get me wrong, he can be great in certain scenarios where you have a Punisher, you have Gale on Punisher or something. But for the most part, he just doesn't have a good enough ult at this point. And I'm sure they're going to change Luna or all the support ults, whatever, because right now it's just dominated by the 2. Where's Rocket? Rat. I'm going to put him in C tier. I'm not going to move him down. He has decent healing. He can't really kill anything. The res is nice. The double pack jump. Okay, for those of you that don't know, every 4th pack that Rocket tosses out on his armor pack is a double jump. And you can do some pretty great combos with this. You can do like a Wolverine. You can kidnap somebody with his shift. And then double jump into your team. I posted on my Twitter recently about that, but I'll show you real quick. So yeah, a good thing to do like pre-game or like when you're in the spawn room or whatever is just to set this out and then swap, because this will stay after you, like the armor and the jump packs will stay after you swap off Rocket. So this is the double jump. Just jump. It'll show right there in the middle screen. It's great for getting high ground on characters that normally can't get high ground. Magneto, Groot, whatever. But yeah, overall, just not the character you want to be picking if you're trying to climb. So as a tank player, I'm swapping a lot. I'm swapping to DPS. I'm swapping to other tanks quite a bit. I haven't really swapped to supports. I don't really enjoy doing that. I'm sure there's scenarios in which it's good, but I can't be bothered. Moon Knight. Moon Knight is one of those characters that is very good in certain scenarios, but can just be dove on and kind of farmed. His his Onk has a knock up, but he's pretty much a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage. His ult is one of the highest damage ults in the game. Combos well with Strange and combos well with Groot ult, but most of the time, any dive character kind of just gets rid of him and just is super squishy if anyone gets on him. But I really like picking him versus Namor. I really like picking him versus Loki because it does break those PvE items that are sometimes so impossible to kill and they live so long. So with Moon Knight, you don't really have to focus them. They'll just die to your Ricochet. Peni Parker. And again, it's so hard to put some of these characters in a single box because there's some times where it's like, okay, this is just the pick. Penny's just the pick. Here. I have this pulled up. I'm playing against a solo tank comp or even double tank, whatever. And my backline was getting dove the whole game, so I just swapped to Penny. So now I'm stunning the like the Black Panther and the Magik. I'm stunning them every 3 seconds. I'm peeling, and my supports are playing in the mines, and I'm just one-shotting I ended up being MVP on that game. So Penny, dude, sometimes she's just OP. So OP versus melee characters. But versus range, you're getting poked. She doesn't really have a shield. She has the self-healing, but it's not that much. It's so hard to put her in a spot. Dude, I think she's solid. I think she's very solid in ranked. I'm going to stick her... I almost want to put her in A, to be honest. Let's stick with B. If you're going to climb... You're not playing Black Widow, but Black Widow has her spots. She can be good. I've seen it. There's Black Widow one tricks who just control the game in Eternity or Top 500, whatever you want to call it. One above all. Character can be really good, but for the average person, like in the average scenario, she's just not great. Spider-Man, I don't really like him. He just is too squishy. Even if you're him, even if you're Necros, I don't think the Spider-Man is that great. Has a great ult. Has a stun. Is kind of troll. Flies around. But you need the Venom in order for him to be viable, and I just don't think it's worth it to run Spider-Man. You may as well run a Magik or even like Wolverine. This is my boy. Everybody's been sleeping on my boy. Low gang, baby. But But I believed in him. I believed in him the whole time. I made a unraked to GM Wolverine account, and I ended up scratching it at D1 because I just kept getting banned out and sniped and whatever. But if the enemy team doesn't have a Magneto, Wolverine is so insane versus tanks. Dude, if you're playing Groot and the enemy team has a Wolverine and you don't have a Magneto, it's just the worst experience. There's nothing like it, truly. You're just getting bullied over and over and over. His ult is really good. He's a hard hyper carry character. And I love Wolverine, but people always ban it versus me. So that's lame. Obviously, falls victim to CC. And yeah, like if the enemy team had a Peni and I'm just getting stunned over and over, I'm probably swapping. I think Captain can be crazy. I really, really do. And I've seen it. And I've had games just ran over by enemy captains. I'm going to put him in C tier because you do have to kind of know what you're doing, how to take space on him without taking too much damage. And you have to know where all the health packs are, and you have to know how to play to not take damage and get heals. He's kind of hard to solo people on, especially with, like, you know, how much healing is in this game. It's quite difficult. Put him in C. Oh, dude, I like Storm. I really like Storm a lot. Her ult's really good. She has really high burst, but just too much downtime in between her burst. She has fall off damage. She's pretty slow. C tier might... C tier or D tier? Like, I'm not picking her if I'm trying to climb, you know? There's no scenario in which I would pick this character. She just dies so easily as well. All right, let's do it. Let's do Hulk. Hulk is busted simply because of the team up. Oh, look at that. Look at that, number 3. God damn, that looks good. Wish there was one, though. So, Hulk's team up is the Gamma Ray. Gamma Ray powers up... what's his name? Gamma Ray powers up Iron Man, and that makes it so Iron Man doesn't have to reload, and basically, it feels like it triples his damage. It's super insane. And Hulk is good just in general for all of his shielding, how much pressure. He can either peel or dive or just play just play tank brawl. He has CC. This character has a very, very high skill cap, but like I said, can be shut down easily. The team up, though, is too good. The team up increases Strange's E's damage, makes it so he can't anti himself. And then this is the Gamma, so I think they'll show the right click. Yeah, he doesn't have to reload either. Nah. So this is the comp people have been running. They've been running the double, triple team up. So they're running all these guys. Adam, Mantis, Star-Lord. And all these guys. So you have double, triple team up. And it's disgusting. It's horrible to play against. If you have a Hulk, Iron Man is the best character. Like, just so insane. If you don't have a Hulk, it kind of goes down to A tier. But if you have a Hulk, bro, you are just having a field day. Like, spam. There's no fall off damage. Has a one-shot ult, which is insane against the supports that have huge sustain abilities. That's a character I swap to a lot, and I'll run like triple DPS comps. Magik is really good. I think you can get away with, or I could get away with putting Magik in A tier. Maybe B tier. She's really good at tank busting, really good at diving alone. She kills people super quick with her animation cancels and whatnot. Her ult is pretty solid. Doesn't kill through Mantis and Luna. But outside of that, you know, somebody steps outside the ult, they can probably die. You can literally 1v6 teams with magic ult. Magneto, I want to put him in S tier as well. His ult is very good for shutting down DPS. Say Punisher is ulting, you pop your ult, and one-shot him. That's it. That's literally it. His ult is good for peeling. It's good for like being aggressive. Shield's really good, and his friendly bubble ability is great for like supporting your team. So another comp that people run is either Hulk, Magneto, Iron Man, or Strange. Or sorry. Or yeah, Strange Magneto. And you're just like, it's basically double shield comp from Overwatch. But you're just bubbling. Dude, you can bubble your DPS. You can bubble like whoever's getting dove on. Super good. I'm going to put one more character in S tier. And I know this looks unbalanced. That's because it is. This is very, it's very unbalanced. It's a pretty unbalanced game. I'm putting Namor in S tier. I just learned something about his turrets that just is mind-boggling. It can absorb like Psylocke hits on her ult. If you put them down, it'll just take hits. And I think they take 2 hits to kill. Psylocke does, I don't know. She dashes around for 6 seconds. But if more than half of those are going into a turret, it's like doing nothing. It's really crazy. Turrets also will attack the sleep. It's just like they're always doing something, and you can just always have them up. They have pretty much infinite range. He has a one-shot. His ult is really good for comboing with Groot or other stuns. Say your team is getting ulted by a shark. I did this quite a bit today. Your team is getting ulted by a shark. You can just ult on top of the shark's ult and one-shot the shark. As well as like it's guaranteed damage. It's like very solid. I picked this character as much as I possibly can because I love playing him. And I wouldn't just say that about any character. I play Strange because I have to. I play Namor because I like to have fun and I like to win games without trying too hard. Venom, very solid. If you're looking for one of those dive characters, hypermobile, can't really solo people that well, but he can capitalize on people being out of position pretty well. He's good at diving backline and causing disruption back there. Ult is fine. Has a lot of shield. A tier. I don't think Psylocke is as good as people say she is. People just don't really know how to play with her ult when it's going. All you gotta do is stack on your team. And her ult will just not kill anybody. But if you're getting solo ulted by Psylocke, you're dead, right? But if you're all stacking and you're all healing each other, it will just bounce to like the highest health target, I think. So you can live through it pretty easy. But most people are just trying to get out of it. It is what it is. Put her in A tier. Cloak and Dagger. Solid, super solid pick. Good ult. If Luna's banned or Mantis is banned, most people pick Cloak and Dagger. You can stack her ult, and it's basically a Luna ult. It's unkill. You can't die through it. She has the invulnerability. Solid pick. Can't go wrong. Punisher is going to go... You know where you're getting with Punisher. If you got the mechanics, you can deadlift games. If you don't have the mechanics, he still does a lot of damage. Put him in A tier. Everyone else is not the best. I'm putting Bucky in B. His hook is really good. His ult can be really nice against Lokis or against Adam Warlocks. You just get resets again. I don't know. He's good for disrupting tanks for sure. You just pull them into you and then dash them into your backline, whatever. Scarlet Witch, I think, can be played in some scenarios. The team up is fine. The team up can work with Magneto. It's definitely not as good as it was in the first playtest, but you know, one-shot ult can't beat the worst. Iron Fist, I think, is another slept-on character. I don't really know. I don't want to put him in D, really. I haven't really played him, but I think that he does his character and his kit does have some merit in like uber dive comps, like your team is being dove on. I'm gonna put him in D. Like I wouldn't recommend picking him if you're trying to climb. Squirrel Girl. It's good for spam. Her ult sucks. Good for rooting tanks. Fine. Junkrat. Star-Lord, super solid character, especially with a team up with Adam. Ult is very strong. His dash gives him vulnerability for some reason and makes him reload, and it's always up. I think A tier is fine. I know it looks a little top heavy, but there really is not that many wrong picks in Marvel Rivals. And Thor, niche. I don't like playing him. I don't think he's good for carrying games. Like I've never had a Thor on the enemy team like really be the main issue as to why I'm losing the game, right? Put him in B tier. His ult is easy to dodge. He's good at disrupting, but that's about it. That's all I got, boys. That's all I got. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. If this helped you or didn't help you, please like the video. Please subscribe. Also, I'm live on Twitch every single day. Twitch.tv/guru. Check me out. Just recently got 3rd in the Marvel Rivals tournament. So very exciting stuff.